Hello again everyone and welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. We are back here in the Hinterlands. And I think we have now tidied up everything in the Hinterlands area which we can possibly do. Yes, we have done. So we're going to go back to Haven now. And we're going to go to the War Room. Because we have mage shit to deal with. We might also venture out to one of the other areas that we've unlocked, because we've unlocked a lot. But we'll see what our next course of action is. I don't believe Haven takes too long to load, so I won't bother skipping through this. Yeah, we will return to the Hinterlands eventually, obviously, because no doubt some other things will pop up, which we have to do there, and obviously once we hit level 11, 12 kind of region, we'll be looking at going there and sourcing those other tidbits out. There's one more red lyrium deposit, there is some bear claws we need to get, and there's a couple of rifts we need to destroy, and also an area which has a goddamn dragon in it, which I'm hoping level 12 will be enough to fight, but I don't know. We'll find out, I'm sure. I don't know if that's dragon is going to be the only one in the game, or if there's going to be more, but wouldn't surprise me if there's more. Although, if I remember rightly, Dragon Age 2 only had one dragon, didn't it? Well, it only had one proper dragon. Oh no, to be fair, it had a couple. Just there was the one big high dragon in the bone pit, wasn't there? The mine. But apart from that, it only had like small ones. Like I think there was one on what was it called? Sundermount? Yeah, Sundermount. Possibly on there. I can't remember many others, so I don't know how many we're going to get in Inquisition, but of course, it's called Dragon Age. You know, you're always going to end up fighting a dragon somewhere down the line, you know? So I'm hardly surprised by the revelation. I'm not sure how tough the fights are going to be either, because I remember the fight against the High Dragon was very tough in 2. Origins had Origins ones were quite tough as well, actually. Although I think the one in the DLC was quite easy. Remember rightly, the not the Awakening one, the other one. Oh, it might have been Awakening actually. I think it actually was Awakening. Yeah, I think it was Awakening. You know. Yeah, I remember that being relatively easy. Right, anyway, let's head inside. And let's go to the war room. Look at that. That is one glorious mount, isn't it? Can we speak to Varric or anything else? We haven't actually tried to speak to anybody else for a while.
Need something?
Anything?
Can I ask you something, Varric? You want to talk about me? I'm flattered. Also inclined toward extravagant lies.
Nope.
Thanks,
Okay.
Varric. No problem.
So nothing else pertinent to talk about for the time being, I don't think. We'll try speaking to Liliana.
It seems Blackwood knows nothing about the disappearance of the Grey Wardens. It's a disappointment. I am, however, glad that he is with us, even if he was not what I expected. He seems to be a good man, and his experience will be an asset to the Inquisition.
He does, to be fair.
As for the other Wardens, I suppose we will have to keep looking.
You seem to know a great many people.
I have made friends, and on occasion enemies. It's unavoidable.
You have a history with the Warden who ended the Blight, don't you?
I count him among my closest friends. I still write to him for advice when I can. He hasn't replied to my letters in some time. I try not to worry about it.
It's weird how he's completely disappeared off the face of the earth.
They say you spent some time in Lothering. Did you know the champion?
We spoke a few times. I seldom left the Chantry, and we never became more than casual acquaintances. I saw more of the Hog twins. Bethany in particular. She would spend time in meditation at the Chantry. and she seemed to like my stories. The other
Bethany was a good one.
the young man. He was a little surly. I did encounter the champion again later in Kirkwall. Those were terrible times.
Was this when the Chantry was destroyed?
No, that happened later. But even then, the news coming out of Kirkwall was...
Oh, because she got sent as an
There was
agent,
some
didn't she?
in
Didn't she?
Valrayo who
Yeah.
wanted the Divine to declare an exalted march on Kirkwall. Justina sent me there to see if that could be avoided, to gather evidence to calm those agitating for war. I guess it didn't matter in the end.
We'll talk later, yeah.
We'll continue this conversation later.
You know where I am.
I think there was one more
I'm listening.
about Josephine.
You seem to know a great many people.
I have made friends, and on occasion enemies. It's unavoidable.
How do you know Josephine? Yeah.
You seem to know Josephine quite well.
I met her a long time ago, but we didn't become good friends until years later. After the Blight, in fact. I'd just returned to Valrayo, and she welcomed me back by throwing a diplomatic ball. She was the Antivan ambassador at the time, you see. The ball was... alright. Too many politicians. At midnight, Josie and I left to find a real...
Josie. Oh, it's
We've
very
been friends
informal.
ever since.
What do you consider a real party?
It's not a real party until someone's small clothes are pinned to a chantry board. And that's all I'm saying about it.
We can continue this.
Okay.
conversation later.
You know where I am.
Well, Lyanna does have a devilish side, doesn't she? Like, it's pretty apparent. Anyway, right. Let's head to the war room. I imagine there's probably going to be a discussion that gets thrown up about these mages and Tevinter. Because the last thing we really want is for fucking Tevinter to be involved in all this goddamn mess. Well, obviously they're going to be involved in some way because there's a damn hole in the sky, but you know. Not this closely. Right, so what have we got here? Nothing at all there? No.
My scouts are posted on the ridges in case there's any trouble.
In hushed whispers. Note, choosing the mages will make it impossible to work with the Templars. Redcliffe Castle and the mages who could close the breach are under the control of Magister Gerion Alexius, a Venatori cultist with an unhealthy interest in Trevelyan and the power to reorder time itself. He has kindly invited Trevelyan to the castle alone to negotiate. It's an obvious trap, but Liliana and her agents can infiltrate the castle and remove the Venatori threat, while Alexius' attention is diverted. A dangerous game, but it's our best chance. So do we want to go to the mages or the Templars? I think I'm gonna go with the mages, to be honest.
We don't have the manpower to take the castle. Either we find another way in, or give up this nonsense and go and get the Templars.
Redcliffe is in the hands of a Magister. This cannot be allowed.
No, exactly,
to stand.
yeah.
The letter from Alexius asked for the Herald of Andraste by name. It's an obvious trap.
We need to stop arguing, yeah.
We can't waste time fighting among ourselves. We have to come to an agreement.
A Tevinter Magister controls Redcliffe, invites us to the castle to talk, and some of us want to do nothing.
Not this again.
Uh-oh.
Redcliffe Castle is one of the most defensible fortresses in Ferelden. It has repelled thousands of assaults. If you go in there, you'll die, and we'll lose the only means we have of closing these rifts. I won't allow it.
And if we don't even try to meet Alexius, we lose the mages, and leave a hostile foreign power on our doorstep.
Even if we could assault the keep, it would be for naught. An Orlesian Inquisition's army marching into Ferelden would provoke a war. Our hands are tied.
The Magister...
Has outplayed us.
Must be a way.
We can't just give up. There has to be something we can do.
We cannot accept defeat now. There must be a solution.
Contact the Arl, yeah, that's a good idea.
Where is the Earl of Redcliffe? I'm sure he'd help us get his castle back.
After he was displaced, Arl Tegan rode straight for Dunnerin to petition the Crown for help. I doubt he'll want our assistance once the Ferelden army lays siege to his castle.
Wait. There is a secret passage into the castle, an escape route for the family. It's too narrow for our troops, but we could send agents through.
Oh, was that the one in the
risky.
windmill?
Those agents will be discovered well before they reach the Magister.
That's why we need a distraction. Perhaps the envoy Alexius wants so badly.
Focus their attention on Trevelyan, while we take out the Tevinters. It's risky, but it could work.
Fortunately, you'll have help.
Oh, hello, Dorian.
This man says he has information about the Magister and his methods, Commander.
Cullen looks
Spies will
rather
never get
shocked.
past Alexius's magic without my help. So if you're going after him, I'm coming along.
The plan puts you in the most danger. We can't in good conscience order you to do this. We can still go after the Templars if you'd rather not play the bait. It's up to you.
Choose them. Okay. Right-click class the mages in the mages. Yeah. Okay. Right. So I wonder if we can get a briefing on the Templar one as well. Just out of curiosity. So if we select that one, Liliane and Josephine have been working tirelessly to convince, coerce, and win over some of Orlay's most influential houses. 10 noble families will help the Inquisition pressure the Templars into sealing the breach, traveling to Therenfall Redoubt and demanding the Lord Seeker deal with them or face the wrath of Orlais. The Inquisition has promised the Herald of Andraste as its voice in these negotiations. Right. Okay. So what if we select this?
Templars must help us close the breach. The Order was founded to fight magic.
We must first convince the Lord Seeker to bring the Templars out of exile.
We've received word from a knight recruit. They gather at Therenfall Redoubt.
It has been vacant for decades. Why go there?
We must approach the Lord Seeker again to get anywhere. We can ask him then.
The Lord Seeker won't help us, yeah.
The Lord Seeker made it clear he isn't interested in anyone unimportant.
So we must change how he sees us. No?
If it's status the Lord Seeker seeks, the Inquisition will approach him after allying with the noblest houses in Orlais.
They'll come with us to Therenfall and demand the Templars' help close the breach.
You believe that will work?
Even the Lord Seeker would find it difficult to ignore so many nobles on his doorstep.
Yes, especially when led by the Herald of Andraste.
If you think it'll help, yeah.
If it stops the sky from ripping open, I'm listening.
Rumors you were saved from the fate by Andraste have grown legion among the Templars.
We've done our part to encourage them.
A herald with a few companions may be dismissed, easily set aside. That same herald returning with noble support will be reconsidered, as will the power of the Inquisition.
Am I inspirational bait, yeah.
Isn't there the slightest chance the Lord Seeker will see my arrival as a threat?
Before, I would have thought he was a man of reason. Now, I could not say.
With respect, after his appearance in Val Royeaux, hang what the Lord Seeker thinks.
We do not need the Lord Seeker. We need his Templars, with or without his approval. The breach will not wait for our differences to settle.
Good news.
Okay.
Several Orlesian houses will petition the Templars.
So we
to
can
stop the
either...
breach. Lord Dabernash will approach you. Sign nothing he offers, but his gossip's reliable.
I hope he knows the Lord Seeker's mood. The Templars will never help without his consent.
So we can either take noble houses and our alliance with them to the Templars to convince them to join with us, and probably have to deal with the Lord Seeker at some point as well. Or we can we can deal with Magister Alexius, and also while Liliana's agents sneak by to deal with his lovely cult's threat. And then hopefully that will free up the mages to join us. See, my view on this is, while I obviously would like both, if possible, it's never going to happen. I think if we don't deal with the Templars will be withdrawn. You know? The Templars will be withdrawn. All rightful Templars have been ordered to withdraw, right? Whether we agree with Lucius's actions or not, he's ordered them to withdraw. So likely they will not be involved at all with Valrio, anything. If we leave the mages to their Tevinter overlords, for lack of a better term, Tevinter will have power. They'll be in our area, you know. They'll have literally taken control of a major port in Ferelden, and they could spread their influences from there, especially a cult as dangerous as the Venatori. So I think we need to focus on the mages personally. So I'm going to do In Hushed Whispers, I think. Confirm. It's a bold move, but I think I'm more for... So, also, we do get Dorian as a companion. Interesting. That's good. Right, so he's a mage. So I think we will respectively leave Solus behind, and we'll take Cassandra and Varric with us. I'm interested to see what Dorian is capable of. He seems knowledgeable, especially when it comes to Alexius and his cronies. So, that's one thing. I think actually on this note, guys, we're going to leave this episode here while this loading screen is on. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. If you have, then please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I'll catch you in the next episode of Dragon Age Inquisition. Thanks again, guys. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.